Good morning. It is Sunday, October 11th. Woke up after a restful night's sleep. Hurried up and got ready for church. I'm looking forward to putting more time into building that Planetary Fragments game campaign booklet PDF thing in Affinity Publisher later. But I figure the morning will start with going to church and then probably going to get food with family.
Money is an amazing resource, an amazing tool. And if you don't have any, you realize you don't have a lot of tools in your toolbox. And God wants us blessed. I'm convinced of it. And that's a whole other teaching for a whole other day. So this morning I want to talk about generosity. And I believe that is a biblical concept. It's throughout the Bible, but it's in particular highlighted in the New Testament. To illustrate it, just one more maybe. If you have the privilege of being married, what would happen? What would happen? Adam, you can just imagine. Just imagine, it's coming. What would happen if in my marriage said, you know what? I'm going to love you. If I said this to my wife, and I'd step back maybe about 500 yards. I'm going to love you not because I want to, because I have to. The Bible tells me I have to love you. I don't really want to, but there you go, there's some love. Well, it's awkward. Yeah. I'm going to act like she's here. Here, Randy, have some love. I don't want to give it to you, but I'm just strictly in obedience. The Bible says I have to, so I'm going to give it to you. What do you think my beautiful wife would say? If you know my wife, I'd be backpedaling. I'd be in another state. I'd be running. Forrest, run.
And the message was on generosity and giving. And whenever Tom has any message that touches on anything, either directly or indirectly, that could be connected to money, he's always like, we're doing fine. I'm not hitting you up. Don't get stressed out. But I mean, if anything, you listen to his message, and it's like, it's very much, he's preaching from the should be, generosity from a generous heart, from, giving what you desire to give. Don't give out of compulsion. And like he made like a joke relating it sort of to marriage. Like, I mean, if you tell your wife, well, I'm going to love you, but only because the Bible tells me that I have to love you. So I'm going to do it because I have to, not because I want to. And like, well, how well would your wife take that? But as he introduces, as he's setting up for that joke, he's like, for those of you blessed to be married, imagine this. And that line, it stabs me. Because I am sad that I still have not found my wife. That I am still single. And I don't think I showed it. He wasn't necessarily even looking at me. I'm off on the side. But he says that, and he pauses, and he turns, and he addresses me by name. And he's like, you just imagine it's coming. And it was such a blessing. That little thing is just because that's not from him. That's him being in touch with God and God knowing where my heart is and where I have pain and just loving on me in it. So God's awesome. And now heading out to lunch with Mom. Mom says like, oh, I want something different. I was doing the same places. I was like, okay, well, let's do Outback Steakhouse. And whatever. Onion petals. Yeah, it's probably a dip for chips. But you should try that. And if you don't like it with that, I'm sure you could just eat the dip, and that's fine too. And I got just the normal burger instead of the fancy burger, because the difference between the normal burger and the fancy burger is the onion petals and the sauce that I also already have from the appetizer. So I'm gonna just add those on myself. save us a buck. And that was a very good meal, very filling for Mom as well. I ended up with her leftovers because she's saying she's not gonna end up reheating it, but I'm like, I won't say no. But also I was noticing last night, like I need some nice quick options, some alternative options for food. And we're not too far from Costco, so I was like, hey, I was gonna go to Sam's. I was like, hey, I get better variety at Costco. So Mom's gonna join me so I can get in there, get some groceries. And so I got some groceries. I got a couple of the packs of pizzas because I think they break down to being like a meal for $3. I got water. I got the tacos and the chicken, so I can make buffalo chicken dip. Mom also bought a giant thing of bacon, and so I got one of the 3 packs that came in that. She's like, do you want it? I was like, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no to free bacon. I'm not a fool. I still need to go somewhere to get the rest of what I need to make buffalo chicken dip and waffles. Maybe today, maybe not, I don't know. I'm headed home for the time being at least. Oh, okay. So I got home. I've been paying some bills, doing things I need, whatever. And then settling into work more on the document here. And, I have like basically the art, other than the painting I drew, any other art in there, it's stock imagery from textures.com, just because it's, I have a very limited resource, but it's free. And it's, rights to use, whatever. But like, for example, I'm, on the area about the cities, I'm throwing in just some stock images of buildings, and I think they're all like buildings from like China or whatnot, most likely, because they're just sort of that generic-y building kind of thing. Anyways, one of them had this logo at the top. I didn't notice. It's fine. It's in the stock resource, they're whatever. So I take it into GIMP. I cut around it so that I can clear out the background. And then I throw it into the program and I get everything lined up with, text strap and all that. And that's when I notice it. So I take it over into GIMP. The only thing I'm doing is it was red. I select it by color. I shift the hue. I'm like, blue looks nice. It's different than whatever their standard logo is. It's enough to just a minor change for it. And I save the file. And then I see a pop-up over here that says, hey, the linked file is changed. I'm like, okay, manage. It's like, would you like to update? And I'm like, yes. And I didn't have to redo all of the text strap. It just updated the image as it is with the new color, and I can just move on. So easy. Oh, nice. Love it. And I've worked a great many hours and not gotten nearly as much done as I might have liked. But I'm liking what I have got done. So I'd gotten the world info on here. And I've kind of added, like this page I added a bit of a blue background to, but I also made an even lighter blue to all of the normal pages so that it's not just a stark white page. I thought that'd be nicer. Except some of them are black pages. Once we get into the islands in space. I have the map and I have text for each and every island saying the name. On my original stuff, I had like letter codes. So you had to reference a chart for what letter it is. I'm like, let's just see if I can just put the names on there. And so I did like curved text around each and every one of the space islands, which took a long time because I'm manually like adjusting the curves to make it where it looks nice. And then I've started putting the as I have the first 5 done here, so I'm basically up to page 17, I have like text for all the other ones pasted in, but I don't have it formatted. I don't have things laid out. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing borders at the bottom of the pages. I might have a couple more that I'll do, but I don't think all of them are going to have them by any means. But you know, I have like a couple of mountains on here, and so I did mountains here, and this one has the Abduria Desert, which is just sand dunes, but it also has a beach, which, I mean, technically sand is also on a beach, so I was like, let's make sure those pages are like doubling up on the theme. So I was like, let's do that. Definitely looks kind of off, because I want to have black pages like night, but those are both like daylight lit graphics, but I don't want to change the background. I want to keep it black. If for no other reason than making it really easy, flipping through the book really quick to find this is this section of the book. I also, well, I said it. I said flipping through. I was talking to David a bit yesterday. One of the things about using the software is, right now I am working to get the PDF produced and out. Hopefully by next weekend, or during next weekend, I'll finish that. Maybe before then. Maybe I'll work on this over the week. But following that, if possible, I would like to do more. I would like to set this up ready for print, like a print-on-demand product. I mean, I have, from Drive-Thru RPG, I have the print version of the D&D Player's Companion. It's a little saddle-stitched booklet, but it's a physical booklet. I mean, that'd just be cool if I could do that. I have one, like, pay-what-you-want PDF on Drive-Thru RPG already. I've never done a print product. That'd be cool. Anyways, I'm gonna have to call it for the night. So I can at least get a vlog out this weekend. Bloggers are gonna get behind. I'm gonna focus on this for the most part in the week ahead, because I have a 10-day trial, and if I can manage to finish this during that trial period, then I can wait until next year, sometime when I'm not buying a whole bunch of Dwarven Forge and a gaming table and spending thousands of dollars and all that, basically, in order to buy the software. But just as long as, I suppose, the PDF export works as desired, then I want to buy that software. It is working great. Affinity Publisher, I'm having not always the easiest time, but it has so far always been a successful time. As in, while it might not be the easiest to figure out how am I supposed to do this, I can look it up, do the research, figure it out, and it will do it and give me so much control for laying out that book. The first Pay What You Want document I have up there was done in Microsoft Word. This is a night and day difference. Otherwise, I'm gonna make some dinner, do the editing, get to bed. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues.